Okay, today I want to talk about an insanely important subject, and it is the idea that the way that you choose to think about something will inevitably affect the results that you get, even biologically. It's really, really crazy. Our minds are very powerful, and if we're not careful, we won't use that power for good, right? We want to make sure that we're focusing on the very, very best things in life and we're able to accomplish all that we would like to get out of life's experience. But in order to do so, we've got to be able to capture kind of the power of positive thinking, right? And so I want to talk about some actual studies that have shown and proven that the way that you think about or view a particular situation can and will affect the outcomes you experience. There was this study done in Japan, and there's no way they could get away with it here in the United States. They took 13 students, they blindfolded them, and then they told them that they were rubbing their right arms with quote unquote poison ivy. Okay. It wasn't real poison ivy, it was a harmless shrub, but they told these students that it was actual poison ivy. Okay. So they start rubbing their arms with this harmless plant, and all 13 of them broke out with the exact same conditions one would have if they were in contact with actual poison ivy. So simply because their brains were fed information about a harmless shrub being poison ivy, all 13 of them had reactions to it, right? Very, very interesting. Then the 13 were studied as well with actual poison ivy. Okay, so what they did is they took real poison ivy and rubbed it on these students, and they told them that it was just a harmless shrub. Okay, with real poison ivy, they said it was just a harmless shrub. And even though all 13 of them were highly allergic to poison ivy, only 2 of them showed any sort of reaction to the real poison ivy plant. Very, very interesting stuff, and definitely worth considering when we think about what our thoughts are doing to our behaviors, our outcomes, the results we're getting in our families, our relationships, our businesses, right? The way that we think about things makes a really, really big difference. They've proven over and over again that positivity and optimism allow an individual to actually become smarter and to perform better. On tests, those that were primed for positivity and optimism, happiness, good things, they perform better. They did another study. I'm going to make sure I get this correct. Yeah, this was done at Yale. Okay, it was 7 different hotels. Half of the employees at these hotels were told that the exercise that they were doing was really, really good cardio. It was, they were told they were burning calories. They were told that vacuuming was a great workout. The other half, the control group, were not told anything about the effort that they were exerting being something that could help them be more fit. Now, this is what's crazy. Several weeks later, they measured their results, and you can guess who lost some weight. The individuals that were primed to believe that the activities that they were participating in were actually good, positive, calorie burning exercise lost weight, and they also were able to lower their cholesterol. So in your life, you'll notice that the way that you view something will have a major effect on what you actually experience in the end, right? So somebody may view let's say there's a dog walking across the road, and if somebody has a pair of blue glasses on and another person has a pair of red glasses on, that dog, although it's the same object, will be seen completely differently. In life, if you choose to view things through a positive, optimistic lens, you'll notice that you're much happier, you're much more fulfilled, your relationships are better, you find more success, you tend to be luckier, right? Very, very interesting, and something that's worth practicing, because it's not something you either are or you're not. It's something you can choose to practice and become really good at. I'm going to share one last example. It's very interesting. This is this idea that when we're primed for success, we do better. And man, we ought to just be more like kids, right? Great thing to do. This is from a great book called The Happiness Advantage. But what they found was this: positive emotions can begin to open our eyes and minds to new solutions and ideas, even at a very young age. It says in one interesting study, researchers asked 4-year-old children to complete a series of learning tasks. Okay, these are 4-year-olds, such as putting together blocks or different shapes. The first group was given neutral instructions. Please put these blocks together as quickly as you can. The researchers gave the second group the same set of instructions, then asked them first to briefly think about something that makes them happy. Okay, really, really cool. You can think about how you can apply this to your life. But here was the result. Now, at only 4 years of age, these kids obviously don't have a wealth of happy experiences to choose from. They can't look back on career accomplishments or wedding days or first kisses, we hope, right? But it says, so most likely they thought about something along the lines of Jello, right? They had at lunch, something just as simple as that. Still, it was enough to make a difference. This is the result. The children who were primed to be happy significantly outperformed the others, completing the task both more quickly and with fewer errors. So if you want to be more successful in your life, if you want to achieve bigger, better things, if you want to be happier, right, then what you can do is start with the messages that you're feeding your mind. Focus on positive, optimistic ideas. When everybody else is talking about negative things, change the subject. There's a great quote from the book As a Man Thinketh, and it says, your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds, you can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. So choose to plant flowers and focus on the good in life. There's so much of it. We'll talk to you soon.